world a special place.
Cherish life and never waste.
Everyone loves a sunshiny day. We're gonna keep it that way.
Cause clean is better than dirty, and dirty's meaner than clean.
Let's all lend a helping hand. Mario can't do it alone. He'll spray his water to fly around and clean the sludge that's on the ground.
Cause clean is better than dirty, and dirty's meaner than clean.
Super Mario Sunshine, only for Nintendo GameCube. Rated E for everyone.
I had to do it, didn't I? Anyways, yep. I think this marks the first time we're actually showcasing a game properly starring the Red Man. Lo and behold, I'd come back from vacation where it was all sort of wet and foggy. Not so much foggy, just more so wet.
To which we've added the world's finest resort facilities, a spectacular amusement park, and succulent seafood. All this and more await you on Isle Delfino. Come relax and let us refresh your...
Silly Morrow, that's not a pasta. Oh. You know, you'd think that, for, you know, the big sort of vacation holiday promotional video, they might want to cut that bit out. You know, it's like having a boom mic accidentally in the shot. You want to, at the very least, retake it again. Well, we're here anyway, so may as well just get started. Yes, welcome to Soup. Let me just get rid of these real quick, because, yes, these were definitely my save files. These were definitely done by me. What do you mean? What do you mean that nobody's actually gone out of their way to get 120 sprites in this game? What do you mean? This feels like one of those things where you can definitely tell this is made for a 4:3 aspect ratio. I know. I'd think the pilot would have been able to spot that from before barely just reaching the runway. Unskilled. Oh boy, my favorite.
What's this itty
Now, boys, don't touch that stuff.
Too late, it sounds like they already ate it.
It's moving.
I promise you revenge. Mario, be careful, I have a bad feeling about this. Nah, it's fine, let's just go in the exact opposite direction. I do definitely quite like the heat haze effect this game has. Also, oh, can you tell that they really wanted to showcase all the water effects in this game? I mean, to be fair, they are definitely notably better than Adventure and Adventure 2. So that's an interesting thing to really bring up now that I think about it. Which game do you reckon has the better water effects? This, Sonic Adventure, or Final Fantasy X I'm thinking of? I'd probably say this. Yeah, this is like 2002 and it still looks pretty honkin' fantastic, if I do say so myself. I'm fairly certain even games nowadays don't have this good water effects. Anyways, something that I never really noticed as a kid for some reason just occurred to me that this whole splotch really is just Mario's face, isn't it? For some reason I never noticed this as a kid, because he's got like, where the main body of the thing is, you got the nose, then you got the mustache, and then there's the ears on the side, and there's the the marrow, and then here's the hat, and then someone tried to do an oh-well, but wasn't able to do it correctly.
A what?
Surely this is pure coincidence? Surely. Anyways, okay, nice to know this doesn't actually do damage. I want
to see him suffer.
Okay, so it takes damage if he actually goes into the main... Okay. It's been a while since I played this. Again.
I want to see him suffer.
Look at him. He's been spending too much time with Inklings. Time for another thing which I couldn't help but notice. The prospect that's in... okay, so you can just dry it off here. Is this water odorless paint thinning, you reckon? Again, it really is just like me spending too much time with Inklings. I was gonna say, I've noticed that games around this time, Nintendo games especially, do have a habit of sort of saddling you with this character/game mechanic which you didn't necessarily ask for. There's this, and then there's Tricky in Star Fox Adventures. Those are like the two main ones that come to mind. And I guess the boats in Wind Waker if you really want to go that route. That's an interesting thing to mention. Which do you think is the more insufferable, fluid or tricky? Melting Mario really in paint for the time lapse video starts with just Mario screaming. People find flood annoying. I mean, fairly certain, you can definitely hear the, you can definitely feel the voice getting quite grating. Oh, he said the funny thing. Do you want to hear my expression? No, no. I don't think I've actually been over here. But yeah, screw possibly saving Toad from dying from paint poisoning. I want to go up this flagpole. It's just like a casual Mario game. I'm always going up and down flagpoles. Is he scaling? Yeah, I'm fairly certain he's used to climbing up and down flagpoles. That, and you probably watched Mulan once. Which one? I'll leave you to decide. Anyways, let's go and actually proceed with the Vigigum. I'm kind of surprised these paint piranhas didn't come back in any meaningful way. You'd think they would. Yeah, this is how you do it. This is how you do the do. He's dead now. Thank goodness. I have saved Toad from lead poisoning from eating too much paint. And there we go, we got ourselves another lovely little discount power star. Obviously, we're not going to be going for any blue coins this time around. We're just going to be getting as many shine sprites as we need to complete the game, plus maybe some extra ones if we feel like it.
Quite an unusual device.
Yeah, found it and skip. We couldn't even get Phoenix Wright on hand. It's just been so... It's all happening so fast. Also, someone spilled chocolate all over the plaza. I think I already know the culprits. Has Willy Wonka been around here recently, or AI-generated Willy Wonka?
Our poor residents tremble beneath a veil of darkness.
I don't know, it seems like a fairly normal day in England.
Behold this sketch of the perpetrator based on
It has to be bright and sunny in this hole. Ah, so you're not too big of a fan of this place either.
Among us. It is none other than Mario.
Overruled.
I literally just love how he's just like, nah, who cares if you have actually any sort of logical argument? We want this man hanged. Even the justice system fails the funny plumber man. And they even just left him with the water, like why? When pollution was as simple as just someone just going around squirting paint everywhere. You know, as opposed to just landfills just filled with all the refuse as a monument to a wanton, blatant, brazen urge to just consume and dump everything.
Go straight that way. You can't miss the mess, pal. Your first job's to get rid of all that ugliness.
I feel it's trying to tell me something. What could this symbol possibly mean? As we get to hear once more this cursed music once more. I suppose in a way it is sort of like Sonic Adventure 2, where this whole identity theft subplot just sort of gets forgotten halfway through the game. Get used to hearing all these Debs alerts and, oh look, Toad is... Damn it, Toad, this ain't chocolate! I thought we told you not to eat the paint. Alright, let's just deal with the chocolate piranha fish. You know, this whole thing is sort of making me appreciate even more just how good the GameCube controller was. It's like, even back then, the shoulder buttons were a lot more dignified compared to some normally.
Princess, look! On the statue's head!
Oh, here we go. It all starts with this. A paintbrush containing the ultimate power.
Mario?
Now I know what's going on. Valen has mistaken me for the likes of you. So, where do you think you're going with that princess? Say something, you fake plumber! Yeah, obviously this is a lot easier when you're actually able to squirt on the move, but unfortunately I am not. So best bet is to just sort of squirt and jump. I guess this is just how I'm gonna have to do it now. Where do you think you go? Whoa, he's fast! Hey, it's not his speed, he's just using the paint to slow me down. Leon, help! Princess Peach has been of the Mushroom King. Also, yeah, I like how the news is in on this, but the police are doing nothing. Don't get him twisted, I'm trying to make do with this X-Bone controller, alright? Well, I mean, there are also a lot of fun interactions in this game, like the fact you can just squirt water on the ground and using the slide super fast. It's nice. I can already feel that this was a mistake. Oh, there we go. Not fair, completely unfair. You shouldn't be allowed to use tools like that. What, as opposed to your paintbrush? To be fair, you also kind of look like a tool. Burton says, are you okay? So it's like, the reason I was in there is because of this fake plumber. Time for Bianca Hills. I will admit, in terms of presentation, this game always had sort of a special place in my... This is just one of those games which I didn't own, but played a fair bit as a kid. Needless to say, I have a lot of fond memories of this game, but more so just from someone who never actually played it in a proper sort of 100% capacity. Curiously enough, I don't think I've actually properly played this game to the... I've never beaten the final boss, or at the very least never managed to get to the point where I was able to get to the Koof Caverns at the end. So that's going to be a treat, because I've heard that whole segment is kind of terrible. So looking forward to that. It's like, oh boy, pain and suffering, my favorites. Also, I'm kind of curious to as to how this plays on the Switch, because I know this was part of a HD collection, which everybody hated due to the nature of its limited release. Yeah, again, I do have to wonder what kind of paint this even is, to the point where it can basically be undone with water. Like, it's not something you want to necessarily be using for portraits or anything like that, surely. And yet they still wanted you to pay, like, what was it, $40? $60? I think 40 seems the number which pops into the top of my head. I think it's more just sort of the limited release that everybody hated it. I'm fairly certain most people would have been fine if that collection was like 20. I think this is the first Mario game actually to feature alternate costumes, now that I think about it. Even if it is just Mario puts on some sunglasses and a shirt. I mean, it is a good shirt, I'll give him that. Now that I think about it, what would you all say is your favorite level in this game? Because the one which immediately sticks out in my mind, me personally, is Rico Harbor. I mean, this one's also kind of pretty nice, but I think it's either this or Pinto Park. The big-headed creature up there. It's like, oh yes, none of us can be bothered to deal with that thing up there, so can you just do it for us? Also, Mario, I don't know what you've been doing with those Inklings, but could you please stop? It's disturbing. Well, here he is, everybody's favorite character from Mario Strikers Charged. Damn, how heavy does Mario have to be? It's like, the roof could handle Petey's weight fine, but adding Mario into the mix, all of a sudden, he's been eating too much spagoots. Alright, I'm fairly certain I know how this works. Also, funny how this Wimmo just has basically nothing in it. This boss fight was brought to you by DeviantArt. Brutal. Wait, this is literally all he does is just open his mouth to try and exhume more of the chocolate stuff at you. Sorry, it's just the only thing that comes to mind when I see that brown paint is chocolate. Absolutely vile. Do it again. I can't believe it. He's dead. He turned to chocolate. Well, I just happened to murder a poor innocent creature. All in a day's work for good old Morrow. Mama just killed a plant. So just thinking, just finding it so funny, just Mario turns to Tails. Don't see why it's so difficult having to kill a plant like that. I mean, I do it all the time. I don't see what kind of a fuss. Why are you making such a fuss about it? Mario, that was literally my girlfriend I shot in the face. What? You actually made a girlfriend a plant? That's kind of messed up, buddy. It's time to go over there. Oh yeah, and there's more villages here, which are just covered in chocolate. I could do something to help them out, but nah, they don't deserve it. Yeah, I've heard these levels are also kind of quite infamous, so this is going to be quite an interesting venture, especially the later ones. I am kind of scared, to be honest, when it comes to some of the later instances of challenges. Sandbird comes to mind. I have a lot of bad memories when it comes to Sandbird. Okay, so I do actually have a drop shadow here. Nice. Take note, Sonic Unleashed. You just teleported out of it like something out of Invincible. Anyways, here we are. Didn't this is arguably one of the easier ones. Now it's time to see if Cubics will betray me here. The answer is no. Just seems to go on forever, doesn't it? Anyways, that one wasn't so bad. This vacation's just been a whirlwind of bizarre events. Yeah, I kind of want to go back. You know, the hotel isn't even running. How scandalous. I do find it funny, though. It's like, I come back from vacation, essentially, and my first thought is, it's not even been like 24 hours. I think it's time for another vacation.